All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, all across the globe, welcome to another edition of Power Connection with Kevin Vaughan and my wonderful and awesome guest today, Miss Cherron Covington. Miss Cherron, how you doing today, sis? God bless you.
I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you. How are you, Kevin?
Oh, I'm so excited and real excited that I can see you on this network. That means we are alive and well. So we thank God for health and wealth and living today, Sister Cherron. So don't get that twisted, ladies and gentlemen. You better thank God for your life today in Jesus' name. Okay. That's right. You better thank him. Cherron, one thing I tell people, say, I don't know why folks don't give God his credit. You know, it ain't about religion. All this stuff just don't happen. Somebody had to do something.
Okay.
Amen. Praise God. So we thank God for you, your family, everybody connected to you. And I cover my side of the house as well. And guys, we cover your house as well. For those out there listening right now live, those listening, we cover you as well in prayer. And a lot of you guys know from family and friends, you guys already know what we do over here as well. But hey, we're going to be talking to Sister Covington about her wonderful consulting service today. And we're going to interview her for about 30 minutes or so, guys. And we're just excited about you guys being with us today. Hey, guys, we are just fired up. But Cherron, there's so much going on today, around the world. And if you don't mind, would you share a few words of encouragement, empowerment, anything you'd like to say from your wonderful mind and heart today for the people? Some people just need a little pick me up,
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
I live by Psalm 27:13.
Yes, ma'am.
I would have lost heart unless I had believed that I would see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. And when I started reading it, I was expecting something that God had promised me every day, expecting it. But one day I woke up and I was like, you know what? I see the goodness of the Lord. Every morning he lets me see the day.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. That's powerful. Exactly. Matter of fact, I love the word of God, of course, Cherron. King David, man, all the things he's done with the power of God, he still had to encourage himself in the Lord. So I said,
I know, right?
Yeah. So, he woke up a little depressed. And he said, man, wait a minute. Let me get back to the Lord and get fired up here and take care of business. So that's what we got to do. Sometimes it got to be daily, weekly. I don't know. Sometimes.
That's right.
But it's all good. It's all good. Well, wonderful. Well, Cherron, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, she is a wonderful trainer, consultant, and business owner as well. She also helps people around the country, really, and maybe around the globe as well, because I know she has traveled a little bit, I believe, too, as well. But Cherron, we are so excited about what you're doing because probably 75% of our network around the globe is business owners, entrepreneurs and business owners that need our help, need our consulting and training and so forth as well. So we're real excited about that. But one thing I wanted to ask you about is give us a little background about you growing up, your family. Did mom and dad just kind of steer you into some of this area that you're in as well? But tell us a little bit more about you and your upbringing, if you don't mind.
Okay. And I wanted to say too, Kevin, you said 70% of your audience is business owners, but let's not leave out that 30% that might want to be business owners.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah.
As far as my upbringing, I grew up in the projects of Washington, D.C. And I was not steered in any way. My mother was my abuser, and she was the one telling me I wouldn't amount to anything. But went to Catholic church and learned God was in heaven. And so when I left her house at 18, I said, I know you up there, and this is what I'm asking you to do for me. And then at 21, I said, I was working for Department of Defense, but I said one day, I think I want to own my own business.
Oh, I love it.
I didn't know what I was saying.
I know.
And I was told, why can't you just work for the government like everybody else and retire in 30 years? And I was like, I'm not like everybody else. My blood type is rare. So
I love it. Yeah.
But it was interesting. I had several people in my life. My maternal grandmother, she didn't say much, but you know, OSHA always talks about those nonverbal cues. Well, her nonverbal cues to me let me know that I didn't have to be like the environment I was living in. And then my sixth grade teacher, she took an interest in several of us and created a modern dance group. And so we traveled to different schools performing those old spirituals and then some of those songs from the 70s.
Oh, really?
That were out there. Yeah, it was great.
So sounds like it.
God sent the right people in.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Steer me in a good direction.
Oh, I love it. Man, Cherron, that's powerful. You know, God always has this study. We don't see it till later on when we look back in time, but God always has. Isn't that wonderful? Well, we thank God for you. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, there's always one or two people in our lives, whether it's community, church, school, you know, whatever, teachers, things like that, that's going to see something that we don't see. So I just thank God that he protected us up to this point in time, and he'll continue to do that as well. So thank you so much for sharing that as well.
And I can't leave out the Bratchers. This was a family that lived in the same area.
Yes, ma'am.
And they would take me to school every day. And they took me to church a couple of times. They were Pentecostal. So I know that Miss Bratcher was always praying for me, even though she didn't know what was going on in my house. So the Bratchers paid a big part in my life.
Amen. Amen. I love that. Yeah, because all those prayers overrode everything in your life because God said, okay, I'm putting a shield around her.
He did, and he did.
Yeah, sounds like it. It really sounds like it. But that's wonderful. Hey, guys, if you're just joining us, I'm here with the awesome and brilliant, a wonderful trainer and coach, late Cherron Covington. We're talking about her consulting business today. And Cherron, let's get right to it because of time. We got so much good stuff happening today. You talked a little bit about it already, but why did you start the consulting side? Was there a mission and a goal or purpose? What was that? Tell us a little bit about that.
It was a door that was opened to me. Without me looking for that or even wanting that. But in 1994, I moved to Atlanta in 86 to open a business. I had always been behind a desk. So I thought a staffing agency or transcription service. But in 1994, God gave me a cleaning company, commercial cleaning company.
Oh, wow.
Told me to specialize in commercial construction, final cleaning, hire homeless veterans and provide transportation and a meal. In 98, when I moved the business to Jacksonville, Florida, he added ex-offenders. And so I did that till 2007. Construction started taking a dive. It was hard to get, supplies and things like that. So I closed that business.
Right.
And in 2008 was asked to create a environmental service program to teach at this nonprofit. So that's where the training and consulting came in.
Wow. Oh, I love it. That's beautiful. I love that. And that you just basically turned that into a business model pretty much, it looks like. So I love it. That's powerful. That is so powerful. And one of the goals, what's one of the goals of your network here now that you have? Cherron, what's one of the goals?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Yeah, one of the goals. What's one of the goals of your consulting business today?
They changed. I pivoted. It is no longer in regard to being seen.
Right.
It's in regard to my purpose, and that is to have an impact on individuals who are broken.
Yeah, I love it. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we got a wonderful website. I want you guys to learn more about Sister Covington's business here. Her website is awesome. You can see part of it here behind me. I want you to go to her website and also check out that as well for details. And also book an appointment, guys, as well, as soon as possible on that as well. Hey, Sister Covington, let's talk about the services. What services do you offer people around the country?
I offer professional, safety, and business ownership training and development. I do leadership training. I do motivational speaking. I provide safety training. I'm an authorized OSHA trainer, and
Yeah.
I have a business ownership program. So I literally have an 8-week program that
Yeah.
walks an individual through what it is to be a business owner, what it is to run your business and not work your business as a job.
Right.
And it's 8 weeks. And at the end, they have their company name. They're registered with their state as an LLC and ready to do business.
Oh, I love it. That's beautiful. I was just thinking as you was talking there, Sister Cherron, about our brand new entrepreneurs, those who get ready to, some just graduated, as you know, out of college. They want to start their own business. Some are already getting ready to graduate here coming up this summer or spring coming out, and they're going to want to start their businesses as well. Let's talk to that other 30% there, if you don't mind, about what they need to do on planning and strategy. Can you talk about that a little bit? That's very key.
Yes, definitely. I usually go after people who are doing a side hustle
Yeah.
or have a hobby that they use to make a little bit of extra money.
Mm-hmm.
As far as my business management and business admin graduates,
Yes.
I say to look inside of yourself and go after what it is you will love getting up in the morning to do,
Yeah.
even on the days that you're not making any money from it. Because you have
Mm-hmm.
to love what you do. You can't just start a business because you read or researched that this is what's making the money. I always ask my students and clients in my business ownership program, what
Mm-hmm.
are you really doing this for? Are you doing it for the
Right.
money and notoriety, or are you doing it for purpose and impact?
There you go. Oh, I love it. Yeah, exactly. Because today, Cherron, we got to have a plan. Today it's just a little different, a little different today. But you have to have a strategic plan today for that area. And that's why she is important, guys. I want you guys to contact her as soon as possible and get yourself started. I don't know. Do you have a discovery call, Cherron, where people can call and just get a discovery and find out what they need to be doing with you as well?
They can go into my website and
Mm-hmm.
set up a consultation, and it's free.
Yep.
And then let me, after we talk, have their questions ready for me when they talk to me.
Yeah.
And because I'm always going to ask them,
Right.
what kind of business do you want to be? Do you want
Yeah.
to be
Right.
global? Because
Yeah.
I see global.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
are you looking to just do this for just yourself? Because I know when I was running my cleaning company, I had been
Mm-hmm.
in Jacksonville for about 3 years. And one day I was asked to fill out an application to go into this incubator.
Yeah.
And I started talking to the Lord, and I was like, listen, when you gave me this business, the cleaning
Yeah.
company, I
Yeah.
saw it as just a means of support for my family.
Right.
If I'm going to do better than that, I need to see better than that. And 3 weeks later, he saw me. I could see myself doing millions in business,
Oh,
and got my first federal contract in 2004. So
wow.
that was huge.
Yeah, that is
So
huge. Yeah, that's powerful. Congratulations on that. Yeah, because that don't happen every day for everybody. If I can tell you
yeah,
that, but that is powerful. I love it. Well, Cherron, while you was talking, I wanted you to share a little bit about how important research is for I'm gonna say if I started my business, getting ready to start, but how I need to research it, about data, and also about the need. Can you talk a little bit about that preparation, if you don't mind, if you're serious about your business?
yes. So when you're looking for a business to do,
Mhm.
if God hasn't given you that vision or that idea and
Right.
you're researching it, you want to look at, when you say look at the data, you want to
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
what other companies are doing well with it and what
Yeah.
are they doing with it.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
other thing is when you start a business, you always have to make sure that you know the
Yeah.
problem that you solve with your business,
Right.
because that's what people are
Right.
looking for. They're looking for you to solve a
Yeah.
problem that they have.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, like for my business, the problems that I solve are joblessness, homelessness, and hopelessness.
Right. Right. That's wonderful. That's powerful. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, she is talking some great stuff. I was just writing down while she was talking. Hope y'all taking some notes out there, guys, because Cherron's dropping some key nuggets there. And today it's free. And after the consultation, it won't be free. But anyway, just having some fun there with y'all. But we're talking to all you guys on the network today. I was talking about people want today results, folks. You know that, Cherron? People want results. They want solutions. Like you just said earlier, they want you to solve a problem that they have. But guess what, entrepreneurs and business owners, you got to know what the problem is, right? And where to go. So that's what Sister Cherron helps you guys with. Hey, we're here with Cherron Covington, guys. Here's our website. You guys can take a picture of this if you want and check her out a little later on. But I do want you guys to contact her for an appointment, interview her, ask questions. Have your questions before you call her so you can be, so you don't waste a lot of time, folks, as well. On top of that, that is so important as well. Hey, let's continue on as we talk about this area. Now, one area I love the most, Cherron, is leadership and professional development. So what does your business model help us do in that area as far as being professional in that area and how you get us prepared for the business world? How do you help us there?
Well, I've been blessed because I have my own academy and God helped me create my own programs. So I do a meta leadership program. I do an effective leadership program, team culture, because you can't, OSHA always says, make sure everybody understands the language that's being spoken. And it's not talking about a foreign language or another ethnicity. What it's saying is when you speak to people, how is it coming across to them?
Right.
And I always use an example of somebody from Louisiana and somebody from Alabama that I ran into over time. And so one young lady came and knocked on my door one day. We were stationed at Fort Riley together. And he said, I said, good morning, Karen. What's going on with you? You okay? She said, can I get some Earl? I said, I'm sorry, say that again.
Yeah.
She said, can I get some Earl? I said, you know what? Come on in. And I opened my kitchen cabinets and I said, listen, if you see it, you can have it. She wanted some cooking oil.
Oh.
Okay. So, I'm from DC. She's from Louisiana.
Gotcha.
When I say that to some of my students when I'm teaching, the ones from Louisiana know automatically what I'm saying. One time in Alabama, I was talking to my babysitter and she was in the kitchen cooking. So she says to me, hand me a boiler.
Wow.
And I stood there because I didn't know what she wanted me to do. She said, did you hear me? Give me a boiler. And she got up and she got a pot. And I said, oh, you wanted a pot? Gotcha. And she said to me, just because you have had some college doesn't mean you smarter than me. I was like, so always make sure that when you're talking to people, that you make sure that they're comprehending what it is you're saying. And it's okay to say, can you repeat that back to me? When you're doing classes, when you also make sure that you feel the room and know who your audience is. You can't go out there assuming everybody's going to understand you at a college level.
That's right.
When some people may be able to understand at a college level, but some understand it at a high school level.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. That's powerful. Powerful. Cherron, that's one thing I have to do when I'm training. First of all, you got to read the room, right? You can't assume nothing, right? Because I cannot read anybody's mind. You cannot read people's mind. So let them speak. Go around the room and hear from everybody. Take notes on every name. You don't have to be a lot, but just something that triggers you to let them know they're a little different. And I need to ask some questions a little differently. So that is powerful and also very respectful to them as well. So don't assume nothing, folks. You got to understand, everybody on the planet is different. That's the way it is. It's amazing. It's nine, was it 8.6 billion people, something like that. But they're all different. So we got to understand how to navigate that. And that's what the training comes in, guys. That's why you need to talk to Sister Covington about your business, about how to grow your business as well. And also even how to talk to people. She'll help you with that as well. I'm sure. I love it.
Yes.
Hey, Cherron, you talked about being a vet as well. Can you talk to the veterans out there a little bit? Was you in the Army, Navy? I can't remember. I couldn't remember.
I'm not a veteran. I'm a military spouse.
Oh, okay, military spouse. I got you. So can you talk to the military spouses and even husbands out there, right?
I push my business ownership program to veterans and active duty that are transitioning out, as well as the military spouses, because working for Department of Defense, and when I was at Fort Riley, I worked for the Criminal Investigation Division.
Oh, did you?
Not being in the military myself, but being a part of it.
Yeah.
It's so disheartening when they get out, because they've had this regime and they know scheduling and they know timing and all of that. But they come out here, they call us silly villains, because we don't have that same structure everywhere. And so I talk to them about being business owners instead of buying a franchise. And if you're going to buy a franchise, you need to research it and make it so that you're paying them 35% instead of them giving you 35%.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So it makes a difference. But being a business owner coming out of the service, you can set it up so that you train the people that come to work for you to understand how you are used to doing things. If you train them on that way, then you are able to go in and still live according to your military know-how and your military, I would say, upbringing, so to speak, so that the people that you hire to work for you, they're in line with the way you're used to doing things.
Yes, ma'am. I love it. Yeah, matter of fact, I'm taking some notes, guys. I hope you all taking notes as Cherron's talking here, guys, because she's hitting some key points. If you are an entrepreneur or business owner or thinking about what to do to get started, guys, Cherron is the way to do that. Here's our website, guys, Covingtons. Consulting.com, CovingtonsConsulting.com. Guys, I want you guys to book some time with her, and we'll talk more about that before we leave today. You know, I just wrote down too, Cherron, how important it is, mainly it's really for everybody, how important it is to have a coach and a mentor today.
It's real important. It makes a difference, because
really does.
If you have a coach or a mentor who technically, they don't have to do your business and know your business, but understand being in business. Then you have somebody that you can bounce things off of, because when you decide to start a business, most of your family is going to think you lost your mind.
I know, exactly.
And the people that you thought would support you and be behind you, maybe those very people saying, well, you know, those kind of businesses don't always work. You got to stay focused, and you have to believe that you can do this. When I went to Atlanta in '86 to start a business, we didn't have all these organizations that they have today that'll help you get started, but there was a few. And I went to a workshop, and all I remember the man saying is, everybody is not cut out to be a business owner.
That's right.
Everybody can't manage. Everybody can't supervise.
Right.
But then he said, if you think you will roll over in your grave because you never gave it a shot, go for it. That was all I needed to hear.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all about learning, ladies and gentlemen. Learn everything. You may not do everything. We're not saying you do everything, but you got to learn how to ride a bike. You may not ride a bike after that, but you'll know how to ride a bike when you finish that, right? It could be hiking. It could be learning how to fly a drone. Whatever it is, folks, we're just saying learn as much as you can, just so you have the knowledge of what you may or may not want to do. Because you can't.
And invest in yourself. That's investing in yourself. Constantly learning, reading, going to workshops. I'm
Yeah.
66 years old. I'm never going to stop learning. I'm
Nope.
always going
Nope.
to a workshop or going
Yep.
to a conference or reading books, buying
Yeah.
books.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when I got to Florida
Yeah.
by 2002, I was 5 years into business.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I could not find an organization that could tell me, how do I market now that I've been in
Right.
business as long as I have? And
Right.
my mentor told me, he said, you've been in business for 5 years, you've crossed the mainstream. And I was
Right.
like, what does that mean? He
Yeah.
says, to be a small business, you're making an extra $50,000 a year. That doesn't normally happen.
Right.
And I
Right.
was like, wow.
Yeah.
But again, when you get to that point, you have to start looking at
Yeah.
how you're going to pivot,
Yeah.
or do you have to reinvent yourself? What do you have to
Right.
change?
There you go.
You need to
Yeah.
diversify, and
Yeah.
you can still keep doing this, but
Yeah.
add something
Right.
else to it to
Right.
bring in, more streams of income. So
Right, right. That's powerful, Cherron. In fact, one of my areas is time management, folks. I know you can't manage time, but you got to manage your time for sure in the time that you have while you're building your business, and maybe working full time, right? Too, as well, which is fine because you got to take care of your family, you got to take care of your bills. But you can after that time, you can go into entrepreneurship pretty quick in business side as well. We understand all of that, but we got to talk about that sometime, guys. You got to be able to manage your time well. And I'm sure she can help you with that as well. Go to COVINGTONSconsulting.com on top of that. Also, I want to get back to the learning side as well. Guys, the libraries are still open. Go hang out for half a day in the library, right? You can do that. And I love this one here, Cherron, that you know about as well. You can probably get your master's degree on YouTube. just learn everything you want to learn on
wow.
YouTube. Get your own master's degree or a BS degree on YouTube. I don't care if it's math, science. You want to go to Pluto, they'll tell you how to get there, man, based on the science and stuff. But the point is that it's all available to you. That's my point. And there's no excuse for learning today, is it, Cherron? No excuse at all.
Not at all.
Yeah,
Not at
not at
all.
all.
The
I love it.
library is
Yeah,
amazing because you can go
yeah,
in there, you can read in there, or you can check the books out. And
yeah,
something that God showed me when I was running my cleaning company
yeah.
was the people that I was hiring. He
Right,
showed me that if a person has had an addiction, whether it's drugs or
right.
alcohol,
Yeah.
their brain stops growing at the age they started the addiction.
Oh, really?
So I had to learn to
Wow.
respect that 50-year-old
Yeah.
standing in front of me, but
Right,
talk to him so he comprehended at
right.
15, 16 years old. And so when
Wow.
I mentioned this to one of my classes, one of the gentlemen said he started his drug addiction at 8 years old,
Yeah.
but he
Wow.
liked books and he would go to the library and just read. And at
Yeah.
55, he was on his second semester for his BS degree.
There you
So
go.
your brain grows as you feed
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
it's
That's
up to
wonderful.
you.
I love it. Yeah, we've got, matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, some of you may know this already, but the fastest computer that I read a while back does like 1 trillion computations per second. Trillion, the fastest computer on the planet. And it still doesn't match what we
Really?
got up here. It's amazing. So your mind has to be fed. That's the whole purpose I mentioned that. You have to feed the data in there, folks. Come on. Continue to learn something, right? Learn something. I don't care what it is. Learn how the light bulb works, or how we do this in the background, or how Cherron's business works. All the above. Just learn how business works. There's so much available information there on top of that. I love that. I love that. One thing I wanted to ask you about, because it's not a piece of cake building a business today, Cherron. So can you talk about some lessons learned and some of the areas that people need to think about as well as they build their business?
Yes. Again, attend workshops and conferences.
Yeah.
Um, look
In your field of study, in the area
in
that
your
you're
field of
interested in.
study.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Whatever it is you've decided you want to do business in,
yeah, yeah,
you want to make sure that you learn everything you can about
yeah,
that business. When God gave me the cleaning company, I didn't have a clue. And I was
yeah,
like,
Right.
That's going to be hard work. How is a girl supposed to keep her
Yeah.
nails and her hair done?
Right.
But he walked me through it, and he taught me how to run my business and not just work it as my job.
Wow.
And I made it my business to learn all I could about construction final cleaning because I didn't have a
Yeah.
clue.
Right.
But I also realized
Yeah.
that I needed to make sure that whatever I did, that I
Yeah.
gave quality service. Quality service. You want to make
Yeah.
sure
Yeah.
that you give that customer
Yep.
more than they've asked
Yeah.
for.
There you go. There
Don't
you
let
go.
the customer run your business, but give that customer more than they asked for. And you realize that once that customer is so satisfied with you, they refer you.
Oh yeah. Oh
They look
yeah.
out for you.
You got that.
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll get more contracts if you do quality work, right? Do that OSHA level work
Um,
and quality work. You will get more contracts because the trust factor and the quality factor has been established from your business. So don't be cutting corners and don't be playing with folks' money or services that they need as well.
exactly.
Yeah,
That's what I
yeah,
tell my business owner
yeah,
participants. You want to make sure that you do your work in excellence as unto God, like the Bible says. And if you give
yeah,
100%
yeah,
plus,
yeah.
it comes back to you 10
Absolutely,
times as much.
absolutely.
And um, when you go in to sit with that person, you
Yeah,
want that person to feel like, I tell my students this all the time, you can't
yeah,
go in there
yeah.
thinking, I'm not going to get this, or this is
Hmm.
not going to work, because that air will come off you as you're sitting there.
Hmm.
And all those nonverbal cues, you're fidgeting, you're
Yeah,
looking up, always look that person in their face when you're talking
yeah,
to them
yeah,
and
yeah,
ask them questions as to what's their pet peeves or what is
yeah.
it they're looking for, and
Hmm.
how you can help them with what it is they're looking
Yeah.
for.
Yeah, that's powerful, Cherron. I love it. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Power Connections. We're talking to Cherron Covington, ladies and gentlemen, about her consulting service. Ladies and gentlemen, consulting Covington's consultingservice.com. Guys, it's on the network right here. Here's her website. I want you guys to contact her. And also, too, guys, I want you guys to contact her to be on your program, Sister Cherron. We want people to call my colleagues out there to call you to be on their platform. We're talking about television, social media, right? Your TikTok feeds, guys, all the above. Call her, contact her if she agrees to come on your platform to talk about these wonderful areas. We talk about this powerful consulting, training, and platform that she has, guys, and business model that she has to help you grow and to help networks grow all across the globe. So I'm excited about that. You know, one thing I want to mention too, Sharon, there's nothing you can't learn, folks. Please know that. There's nothing you can't learn today. But you got to have some people to help. Don't try to do this by yourself either. Sure, I'm telling people, don't try to be a solopreneur. You cannot do it. You cannot do it today. Okay, you talk a little bit about that you cannot do this by yourself. You have to have a team working with you.
Yes, there's no such thing as a self-made anything,
Nope,
because
nope, nope.
all this stuff belongs to the Lord and
Yep,
you using his stuff.
yep.
And the other thing is, you can't be one of those people that say, I work better by myself,
Oh, no,
because
no, no.
when you
Not,
start a business,
yeah,
you got to have people that you can delegate things
right.
to. Otherwise, you're going to tire yourself out, you're going to tear
Yep,
yourself down, and you could
yep,
kill yourself as well.
yeah,
Because there's a lot to be done. There's the admin side, and then there's
yeah,
if you're not good at estimating or
right.
bidding contract, you may need
Yeah,
help with that. I'm not
yeah,
saying let somebody do it all. Make
right,
sure you
right.
participate and you know what's going on, but you
Yeah,
may need somebody to do that. You may be the person better at marketing. So
right.
market yourself, but then
Yeah,
you need somebody that's going to be that you can delegate the following up for,
yeah, yeah,
so that you always stay involved with what's
yeah.
going on with your business. In
Absolutely.
2020, when they were giving away the free money,
Yeah.
the Black Chamber of Commerce's for Texas, they
Hmm.
all had a Zoom, and with the chamber that I was associated with, I was allowed to be on it.
Yeah.
And Congressman VC said, you keep saying that the businesses aren't applying for the free money. He said, but most of these businesses work their business as their job. So if they don't see their business as a business, no, they're not going to apply for the free money. So where can you help them with that? And so I created a program for a bank to help business owners understand you need a bank relationship.
Right.
You need to have a credit score with your DUN number. It's a lot of things that are involved. And I tell my clients, you want to do it right in the beginning, the first time. You want to make sure you get the proper insurance. You want to make sure that you do your annual report. Even if you start the business and you haven't done anything with it yet, there's an annual report you have to do every year. And if you don't do it, guess what? They take your name. Then you go through this whole situation of getting that name back, or what? Creating a name and starting all over. So those are the things that they need to be mindful of, because as my baby girl says, because she has a vending company, the business owner is ghetto. You get to sleep, you get to rest, you get to take a time out. You want to be one of those businesses that do take vacation. You know, I do take a week's vacation more than once a year. But be able to know that while you are away, your business is still working and it's still there when you get back.
Right, exactly. That's brilliant. I love it. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking to Cherron Covington about business, folks. She's a wonderful trainer, consultant, ladies and gentlemen, business owner, and she has the background, ladies and gentlemen, from the federal government area, and she has the experience. That's the big thing, Cherron. You got experience in what we're talking about, and you know exactly what you can do to help people grow on their networks as well and their business models. So thank you so much for that today. Powerful. Well, Cherron, I want to give you some time to give us some final thoughts and also some call to action. Put these people to work out there, if you don't mind.
Okay, so some thoughts. Understand that when you become that business owner, you get that business started and you have children, they're watching you. It's okay to have them work for you. After 6 years old, IRS says you could pay them by check. And write it off. Make sure that as they're watching you, you do things the right way. And eventually you make them business owners or help them start their business. Children can have businesses as young as 6 years old. And when you help them get started like that, it starts a legacy with your family. You help generations coming after you understand that they have a choice. They can go to college or they can go to a trade school. They can go to work for somebody or they can work for themselves. And it's okay. There's no set way that things have to be done. I mean, when I came out of high school, it was no ands, ifs, or buts. You going to college. I didn't get to go to college after high school. In fact, I didn't get to go to college. Well, I did go to college at 55, but I didn't finish the degree because what I was doing, I didn't need a degree for. And I got a master's in God's University of Hard Knocks. So, you know, when he's taking you through things and you learning as you go, those things also help you. There's no such thing as failing. You take that failure and you look at it and you learn from it. You take notes on it. And of course you say, I'm not going to do this again. But at the same time, you take what you learned from it and make it work for you in a positive way. And then how do you see success? Success doesn't have to be accolades. Success can be the person that you reach back and pulled up to help them. Each one reach one is what we're told. So when you reach back and help somebody else get started, that makes a difference as well. So,
absolutely. Wow, I love that. Powerful, Cherron. Thank you so much for that wisdom. See, that's wisdom from stuff that she's gone through and knows about, folks, because we can talk about this because we understand. We understand how to help y'all out there a little bit, don't we? Cherron, I love it. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Power Connections with Kevin Vaughan, my wonderful guest today and a colleague and business consultant. I'm going to have to call her to consult some of my stuff, maybe. I don't know. COVINGTONSconsultingguys.com is her website. I want you guys to contact her. And also, I want you guys to share this out on all your social media platforms. Also, too, she mentioned a couple of things, guys. Always remember, get out of your mindset. You're not failing. You just haven't learned yet. That's all it is. It's amazing, ain't it, Cherron? I had to get that mindset resolved. You're not failing. You got to learn what to do. That's all it is. How can you fail on something you don't know to do, right? It's important that you learn and keep learning, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm just excited about that part of it. And also, too, guys, remember, you never have a bad day. Somebody said you have a bad day. No, you don't. You want to call it bad, call it blessed and determined. Okay, that's how I flipped it. Blessed and determined. That's your bad day, blessed and determined. So get that mindset right, because your mind will shut down and say, okay, you don't want to do that? We're not doing it then. So you got to change it around, folks. Mindset is so important. And I can't wait to have her back to talk about mindset, maybe another day as well. But it's so important to prepare yourself for entrepreneurship and business as well. Isn't it powerful? I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we've been talking to Cherron Covington, ladies and gentlemen. She's a coach. She's a trainer, ladies and gentlemen. She's an entrepreneur and business owner, and she has a wealth of wisdom to help us all that are entrepreneurs and want to be business owners. But guess what? We got to do it right. And there's a way to do that. Forget the big contracts. You got to be in business. You understand that? To get the small contracts, you got to be in business. To get the medium-sized businesses, you got to be in business properly. So all the above. I love it. Well, any final thought, any final words there, Sister Covington? You good?
I just want to say thank you for having me on.
Absolutely.
I've enjoyed it. And for all those people out there who keep telling themselves, I don't know if I can do that, it probably won't work.
Right.
Like Kevin said, you have to change your mindset.
Yeah, you do.
And
really.
Once you believe in yourself, it doesn't matter who doesn't believe in you. You stay focused and run with it. Because Habakkuk 2:2 says, write the vision down so that people can run with it. So,
amen. That's right. You got to get some action. There's an action clause in there that she just mentioned, guys. Y'all read it. It's an action. You got to write it down. Then you got to run to it. That means planning. You got to plan and then you run to the plan, right? Work that plan. And God is the best author of that, of course, and he'll help you every time, folks. And if you guys got any questions about that, give me a call, give her a call as well. And we'll help you out on that one as well, on the spiritual side of life. I love that too as well. Love that, love that. So ladies and gentlemen, I want you to go to COVINGTONSconsulting.com, share it out, check it out. And I want all my organizations, all my groups, all my associations, all you professional folks that are looking for speakers, give Cherron a call, ladies and gentlemen. She's on LinkedIn, she's on Facebook, she's on Instagram, folks, she's on YouTube. And we're just excited about her being a part of this network as well. You know, Cherron, you're always welcome to come back anytime you got some updates or information you think we can use as well. You're always welcome. I don't care if it's for 5 minutes or 30 minutes, whatever you want to do. So just excited about that. So thank you so much for your time today. And hold on as we close out today. Hey, guys, you got to have a mentor. Yeah, thank you so much. Hey, guys, you got to have a mentor. You got to have a trainer and coach in your life, okay, that helps you. And believe me, Cherron is one of the best on the planet here and that I know of as well. She's part of our network, and we want to encourage you guys to be a part of that as well. Hey, as my mentor tells me almost every week, guys, remember to always outlove, outserve, and outforgive each other. And remember, there's nothing you can't do, guys, with the right people in your life. I love it. Y'all take care. Thank you so much for your time today, guys, listening live and those listening later on. This will be pushed out on all the other networks. Y'all share this out too. Don't forget to share this out, because you never know. If we get one person on the planet that says, oh man, light bulb just went off, I need to go call Cherron. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. Thank you so much for that. All right, everybody, have a great day. Enjoy all the moments, guys. And remember that it's nothing you can't do. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next time on Power Connections with Kevin Vaughan. And thank you so much, Cherron, for your wonderful time today. God bless you. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.